Welcome to the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SIRT Bhopal. I am Dr. Amit Abbas and this is brief description about my qualification. Today we are going to see about the sheet metal operation, and in this sheet metal forming process, punching and blanking are the two most common topic and most important topic, I should say. So we will see that what is exactly punching operation, what is blanking operation, and what is the difference between punching and blanking operation exactly. So let's start the session and we will see it each by one so that you will understand it in a proper manner. So we are going to see the first slide, the blanking operation. What is exactly blanking operation? Blanking is a sheet metal forming process in which a metal workpiece is removed from the primary sheet metal when it is punched. And the second point is the material that is removed from that sheet is the new workpiece or blank, and the remaining part of the sheet is just a scrap. So let's see it by this figure and you will understand in a proper manner. This is sheet stock and we will punch it. Means if we will use a punch of this size, the whole size, and that will strike to this sheet and we will get this blank, and this blank will be the workpiece and this sheet will be the scrap. So that's why I use this term sheet as a scrap, and this blank is and you can remember this blank is look like a coin. So blanking B after C, so BC means that is blanking and coining. So you can remember it like this manner. So this is like this, and here more clarity in the picture that this is the workpiece, this is work sheet. This is I think the front view is this one. This is die, and we will put the work complete sheet on this die, and we will clamp it by using a fixture or clamping, whatever the mechanism will be. That is not our part of concern here. This punch will be strike, this will strike from a certain distance, and at that certain height. At that height, you should remember the energy cycle. What energy cycle is going to be used here, that you need to understand. Means the punch is separated by a height that is having some potential energy, that is mg into h, mass of that punch. Acceleration due to gravity is g, and h is the height of that punch. So that potential energy, that is the punch is having, when we will leave it will strike the workpiece. So that potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy, and that kinetic energy will be finally transferred to the metal sheet, and this will produce the blank. So this is the mainly metal sheet. So this will produce that kinetic energy that is being transformed to the blank, that is basically responsible for the removal of that blank from the metal sheet. So the removed part is the is the workpiece, and the remaining is scrap. So you will found some. This is burr. The burr is something excessive, extra cutting or sharp edges that we need. We will trim it. We will trim it using a trimmer to remove this burr, and finally we will get the workpiece. So these are the basically process that is being involved in the blanking operation. So just remember this one, and this is clearance. The clearance will be provided in the opening of the die. So this is the important thing, and we will discuss it in another lecture, that why we will provide the opening here or clearance, what is the funda of clearance to be provided on the die, whether it will be provided on the punch. That is different part of concern. At first you should understand the what is a blanking operation. So the workpieces, as I told you, the workpiece is the removed part from the sheet is the workpiece. or it is called as blank, and the remaining part of the sheet is a scrap. This is basically the blanking operation. Next is punching operation. This punching operation also called as piercing operation. So the punching operation is forming process that is uses a punch press to force a tool called a punch through the workpiece to create a hole via shearing. So here the seat having hole is the workpiece and removed part is the scrap. So our main concern is to produce the exact size of the hole rather than to create a exact size of the removed part, as in the previous case in the blanking. Removed part should be of equal size or actual size, and remaining is the scrap, so we don't need to think about that scrap. But here the opposite situation of that blanking operation, the workpiece is seat having hole, and the remaining or the removed part from that seat is the scrap, so we don't need to think about that removed part, that is just a scrap. So our main purpose is what? To produce the exact hole having that seat. So a scrap slug from the hole is deposited into the die in the process. Depending on the material being punched, this slag may be recycled or reused, means that we will melt it again, we will convert into the sheet, and then it can be recycled. That is. So this punching operation is again the similar type of operation. But the clearance, the difference is of clearance, that how we will provide the clearance. But the basic thing that you need to understand, that this is the scrap part, the removed part is the scrap, and this will be the workpiece. So, and this is the punch as we have seen in the previous cases also. So here combining these two, the blanking operation, and here it is the punching operation. This is the here white portion is the removed part. So removed part here in piercing operation is the scrap, but here metal sheet is the what? Scrap. A workpiece here is in blanking operation. This removed part, this white part is the removed part. This is workpiece, and here the sheet having this hole is the workpiece. This is the basic difference between blanking and piercing or punching operation. So I think you understand it in a proper manner. Now punching press, just I have given one figure. If you want to draw it, definitely I think you should draw in the exam. If they ask about that is what is punching press, and you should know about these things. So this is I think guide post, bush, I think sank is there. This is ram slide, and this is punch holder, upper punch holder. This is punch, and this is stripper, packing, die block, booster plate. This is bed of the press. This is die holder in which we will hold the die. So you can see here, this is die block. This is die block. So you can see here, this die block is something like opening side, so that when this portion will be removed, this portion of the blank will be removed, it will get expanded due to excessive kinetic energy that is being absorbed by this removed section, and this will expand. If this size will not be larger than the size of the blank, it may get trapped into that zone only. That's why we need an opening like a divergent, like a diverging opening type, die opening. So these are the basic component that you need to draw, and you should remember this one. If you will draw 3 to 4 times, it will be easier to you draw it inside the examination hall. So just draw it and understand it in a proper manner. We will take the next lecture in a different manner and with a new topic. Thank you. And thank you all for watching this video, and thank you on the behalf of the SAGE group and the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SIRT. I'm Dr. Amit Abbas. Thank you, and thank you all.